week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help his team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. There's the Panthers punter now. Deep to return is Darius Davis. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
2nd down and 4. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. The Falcons at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. When you look at this defense, now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Young. Short one here, caught by McBride. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. First down, Young. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Young. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They begin the drive with Robinson. Good move at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. His first carry in their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll have it in the run zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal with some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. No score after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Young on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he had a short touchdown run last series, 4 carries, good yardage as well. Pretty good all around, really, Charles.
It was, because think of the drive that created all of that, right? The ability to carry the football, the ability to see holes that were created for him, even able to pat the wide receivers on the back and say, thanks, guys, for the help, and finishes it off with that short touchdown run. I can't wait to see what they do in the next drive and the next series, because I want to see how the defense adjusts.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Young. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Young to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. To the right sideline, that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, it'll be Robinson. Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here is Young. Escapes the sack. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To the air once more, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Algier again on second down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Ready. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
If these guys get chopped into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd down, Young from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
52 blaster.
A first down throw for Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with an incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Looking for more there on first down. But this throw downfield, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch here for London, and also a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. As time. 3rd and 10 here. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 3rd and
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'd never return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter, because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with 4th down.
Quarterback's this one through the post. So the big return hadn't fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only lost to 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
1st and 10, Young.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fighting through pressure.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw, Young. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd, here's Algier. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knock it on the door. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on 3rd down?
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Come on. Let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Young to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his time in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
3rd and long for Young. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Set. Cut. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Algier going straight ahead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sit down.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses.